So this month we are talking about seek the common good, love one another. And today the topic is a love story, a reason, a season, and a lifetime. I have a friend from Agape, another center now, but we met at Agape and they created a book. I meant to look at the title of the book up before I got here. I think it's Love's Evolution, or Evolutionary Love. They're a professional photographer, and he took very intimate pictures of couples, of all types of couples, not just sort of the Hollywood type of couples, interracial couples, all elder couples, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, just the whole gamut, in their most intimate moments. It's very intimate. They were making love, and they let him into that space. And then 15 years had gone by, because there were challenges with the project, so he went back to these same couples, seeing how their relationship was. There were a few that had broken apart, some had gone deeper together, and he asked me to take pictures of them again together. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. The book just got published. I haven't seen the most recent incarnation, and it's on my list of books to get, because I wasn't sure what I felt until I saw the pictures, and they were so stunningly beautiful. They just opened up my heart. There was nothing untoward about it. It was just pure beauty of love. There was one couple in particular that I remember that when he first was with them, they were married and they had children at home. And then when he saw them 15 years later, they had gone through a change. Their children had left home, and they felt that their relationship was done. They felt it was complete, in that the spark, that romance that they felt when they were first together was now completely gone. And really, they had just become partners and friends and raising their kids. There had been so much going on. Very much liked each other, just it was gone. So they went out and they separated, they started dating other people. And what they recognized as they started dating other people was that they would have to start all over again with anybody. They were just getting to know people. So they made the decision, well, let's get back together and start this new with ourselves. And the practice that they started with each other, among just going out on a date and getting to know each other again, is they began with 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, I will give you whatever you want. If you want my full attention, just to listen about something, you have it for 5 minutes. If you want me to massage your feet for 5 minutes, I will do that. Whatever you want, I'm here for you. And so they would do that for each other. One person would do it, one person gave, one person received, and then switch. And then as time went on, time increased. For 15 minutes, I'll do whatever you want. For an hour, I will give you whatever you want. I'm fully present. And what happened through this development of time is this deep seeing one another. I'm fully present. No matter what you want, it's less about what you want. I'll do whatever you want, but that's the doing. But in the being, I am fully yours. All my stuff, I know you're going to give me what I want, because it's a trade. So in this moment, my stuff is out of the way, my day is out of the way, my needs and wants, I am 100% here for you. And what happened is, in that fully being present with one another, this incredibly profound love was nurtured, was deepened. That spark that originally brought them together was nurtured and cared for, and they fell madly and deeply in love with each other all over again. And then you see the pictures of them 15 years later in that mad love for one another. I believe that's a story we can all relate to. I think there's a cultural idea that that's the ideal of relationship. We fall madly in love, we have a romantic love, and then we go through the phase of raising children and family together. And so the love might shift form during that period of raising children because it's so busy, and then the children leave, and then we fall in love again with the same person. So with one person, our entire life, we go through these different phases. Isn't that the best relationship ever? And it is. It's fantastic. It opens hearts. The problem is that that's not the story for so many people. What happens then, remember how we describe suffering. We have the ideal, And then we have the actual, and then the gap in between is the suffering. Does that make sense? So I have an ideal. That could be, that story of that couple is an ideal for so many people. It's the ideal of every romantic comedy movie. That's the trajectory that we see for every one of those couples. Is they're going to go in that almost very similar trajectory. Since I became a minister, from the very first moment I started being a minister, what surprised me is how unhappy people were in relationships. Well, I have to say, my sample set is skewed, because people are going to come and talk to me, or people who are not like, I'm so happy, I just want to spend an hour talking about how happy I am. But it did surprise me how many people were unhappy about relationship. There's those who are not in a relationship and long to be in this ideal relationship. There are people who are in that relationship, in a type of relationship, and are unhappy while they're in it, and they don't know what to do about it. And then it's not just romantic relationship, it's relationship with children, it's relationship with parents, it's work relationship, it's relationship with your friends, it's relationship with people in your community and in the world. That relationship is by far, it's not even close, money, health, relationship is by far the number one thing that I talk with people about. There are very few people who can be hermits. Even in the monastic world, you have to get special dispensation to become a hermit because they say most people are not psychologically fit. That if you go off and you're not ready, if you're not one of those very few people, you will go crazy just being out by yourself. That we need people, that we are social animals. So relationship is in essence everything that we're about every day. Every day we are in a relationship with a whole mess of people and it matters to us. We don't walk on into our world indifferent to one another, dismissive, detached. We care deeply about every person with whom we come in contact when we let ourselves. And what we recognize is behind all these relationships is the divine love. We go back to our number one principle, our principle that there's only one power, one presence, one light, one love. It has many names. But it is that love in which we are all made in the image and likeness of. And that the divine love story is in every relationship, it's behind every relationship, every connection that we have with every individual is a divine love story. For those of you who've been coming for a long time, I would say it's my favorite quote, but I think a quote is something in your head where this has become so much a part of it. It's in me now. And I didn't say it, but I feel like I said it. I said it so many times. But it fills me. It's a quote from Reverend who is a New Thought spiritual leader in Los Angeles and around the world. He said, we must court the invisible. Court, by the way, is a romantic term. We must court the invisible until it becomes more real to us than the chairs on which we are sitting. To court the invisible until it becomes more real to us than the chairs, which seem fairly solid. Let me give one more for you. More real to us than the chairs on which we are sitting. In order for that to happen, that takes time, that takes energy, and that takes effort. It doesn't just come and go. That divine presence is going to be this cornerstone of our love life. It's something we nurture all the time, all day, just as you would with your romantic lover. You think about them all the time. You think about your partner. We think about each other. We think about our kids. We think about our parents. We think about our co-workers. We think about people all the time. Do we think about the divine presence in that loving relationship way as much? Does it capture our imagination? And I've talked about this before, including when I first became a minister. And I remember talking about this love of the divine, it being the most important thing. And I remember after service, someone came up to me and said, I hear you, I get what you're saying, but I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was surprised. I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, I have no idea what divine love is. And I was like, what does that mean? Can you explain it to me? And that, I just stopped. I never thought about that. Why would we spend a lot of time nurturing a divine love if we don't know what it is that we're nurturing. If we've never experienced divine love, if it's just a concept, if it's just some really cool idea, you can read a Rumi poem and go, wow, that's really beautiful. But what does that really mean to live in love with the divine if you have never experienced it? I think of the love stories that we see on films. You're watching them since you're a little kid. Long before you've ever experienced love yourself, you're seeing it on film, you're seeing it depicted. And people say, oh, I want that. Where do we think we have this ideal of love relationship? Prior, for thousands of years, this idea of being married to someone you're in love with wasn't heard of. You married for all sorts of reasons. For money, for survival, because it was part of your tradition, your culture. But the idea of romantic love, that's a fairly new idea. And it's really taken off. It's part of our culture now. I think films, movies, and stories have really cultivated this ideal. But this isn't a human ideal. We created the stories and say, I want that. So one way we start to learn about divine love is just telling stories of divine love. What does that look like? What can that look like in someone's life? And for me, as I was dealing with this question, I realized the place where we start is again with principle. Where we place our attention grows. And so where we place our attention is where's the love that we've already experienced? Where have I already experienced love in my life? Because any love that we experience in human form is just a reflection of divine love. And so we start with what we do know, what we do have, or what we have had. And I know that everyone here has had love in some form. We have love, we go out into nature. It opens our hearts. Love is just our hearts open. We fall in love. When we say we're falling in love, what we mean is walls have just fallen down and our hearts wide open. See, we walk with masks or walls around our hearts so much of the time we don't even know it until they fall down, and that's when we fall in love. I can be in a beautiful, gorgeous experience of nature, and suddenly that wall falls down and I'm in love. I feel love so deeply, and we can feel with animals. Animals are so wonderful because they don't carry a lot of baggage. So we know that if we love that animal, we're going to feel this love back. And so we experience so much unconditional love with our animals. That's a way to fall in love, to know love. We are knowing what divine love is every time we experience love in nature, in animals, and in relationships. Relationships get a little more complicated because we get hurt. We have been hurt. We may have had experiences in our past that want us to protect our hearts. I mean, the reason why we protect our hearts is because we're intelligent. We may have been hurt very badly as children, as teenagers, as young adults, somewhere along the journey. And it is not safe to love because we're sort of wandering around this world clumsily, all of us. And so we might hurt someone and not even know it, or hurt someone because we've been hurt, so the chain goes on. But for whatever reason, and I have the capability of hurting other people because I'm protecting myself, and then from that place of protection, I'm not acting from love, not because I want to, but just, and so I blurt out something that's stupid, or, I mean, amazing how many times I say things and just like, why did I just say that? It's not where I am, but it just came out. Because we have all this stuff, everyone has this stuff, and we're bumping up against each other. So we are intelligent. We start building these places to protect our hearts so that bumping up doesn't constantly hurt us. So we're not constantly getting a sense of, man, I really am not worth much, or I really did terrible, or I am a bad person. And yet, my bet would be is everyone here has, even with all that stuff, experienced with a friend, with a lover, a deep and abiding love, at least for a recent season in our lifetime. That moment where you know you are totally loved and accepted, and you totally love and accept that other person. You've experienced it. It may or may not have lasted, but you know what that feels like, to feel that depth of love, to feel safe with that person. And I think that's why we get focused on one person, because the world might be clumsy and safe, but that one person is the person that you know you can feel safe, And even when you start having baggage or the stuff starts coming up, you know that they love you and that they're going to see you through it. They're going to support you through your baggage, and you're going to support them. You both have work, you'll go work with a marriage therapist and you'll work through it. There's this commitment because you've seen each other's hearts and you are safe to walk through these difficult stages. That person is the person you want to share your dreams with. So much of love is about support, but it's also about supporting someone to become the fullest of who they're meant to be, to shine their light, to reveal their gifts and their talents. And they might say to you, I see you, but you're not revealing your gifts and your talents. I believe in you and I'm going to push you a little. Love comes in all different forms, but we can hear that from someone we know who loves us. They're not telling us that because they judge us or they don't like us, it's because they love us. So we all had those relationships. But what happens is we have this ideal of the lifetime. It ended, so therefore it was a failure. And what we're here to remember is that all love is a success. Anytime you've ever loved, anytime you let love in, it has been a success. So whether that love was just for a moment, for a reason, in fact, this whole thing, a reason, season, a lifetime, I got it from Open Center for Spiritual Living. When people are there for the first time, they say whether you're here for a reason, season, or a lifetime, you're welcome here. Because they recognize that in this community relationship, you might just come here for one service. You needed to hear that one thing and have that one conversation after service, and that's exactly what you came for, and you're complete and you left. That's a reason. A season is you come for a few years, several years. It feeds you for that few years and gives you all that you need. You take classes, you take workshops, you get involved, but then you feel complete, and then you move on. And for some people, community is a lifetime. It's a lifetime commitment. Through all the stages of your life, you are here growing with the community and getting that support. And the idea is, in a spiritual community, what we're recognizing when you say you're welcome here, whether it's for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, is that this love accepts you exactly where you are. That this love is real. It's just as real for a reason as it is for a lifetime. So all those relationships that you've had, first of all, they've made you grow. So it's always every relationship that you've been in, any relationship where you've experienced love at all, I guarantee you've also grown because of that love. And so it was a success. That was a divine love story. Everyone here has had your own divine love story. One of the things that I love to do, and I know other people do, some Shulshan, I know she loves to do this. I go to Starbucks 3 mornings a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I go early in the morning around 5:30 so I get back before Jolene goes off to school. And because it's early, I get a chance to talk to the baristas. Now I've been doing this for 12 years. You get to know the baristas, how they're doing. I find out about their passions. There's many bands, and I'll listen to their bands on Spotify or Facebook page. I find out if they're older, how your children, what are your dreams, they have business dreams, if they're working at Starbucks, they have all sorts of different things, and we get to know each other back and forth. That's a reason it's a nice place to journal. That's my reason to be there, but the relationships are, to me, real. They are as deeply loving as any other relationship because I'm seeing the face of God. And I started really getting that when baristas started giving me gifts. And I couldn't figure out first why that made me uncomfortable. I thought maybe they wanted something from me. And then I talked to them, they're just grateful to touch, to have that connection. And we do that with our cash registers in our grocery store. People that you see, the regular places that you go. When we see the face of God, when we know that this is a divine love story right now, this is as romantic as it can get, is in this moment. I am in my divine love story. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, it does not matter because God sees beyond all of that and we connect deeply with whoever we're talking with. That is real. That is the greatest love story. So we have Valentine's Day coming up, and we want to let go of, the theme is this one to seek the common good. Some of these holidays seem exclusive. It's just for those happy couples. And God bless the happy couples. Woo-hoo! We celebrate that, but not everybody is in that type of relationship. You might be in a relationship and not happy, you're not in a relationship. Valentine's Day, St. Valentine's, first of all, is a little vague. I looked up his history. And it's not about romantic love. Somebody just made that up along the way. Anyone who's a saint is not loving everybody, right? That's what saints are. They don't pick one person and say, you're the only person I love. They love everybody. So we need to bring back Valentine's, St. Valentine's Day, to what it's supposed to be, which is love of everybody. So this is all of our holiday on Thursday, and it's our holiday to show up and to give roses to our barista, to the cash register, at the Hawkins grocery store, to give chocolates to someone we work with. Give them to somebody that you struggle with at work. Give them to your children, give them to your parents, give them to your siblings, give them as well as to your lover, give them to everybody. This is a time to just open our hearts and generously give to all those people who we've had a divine love story with. We've had a divine loving moment with. And sometimes we're in that relationship for a season. So many of you have a reason to love, and many of you have experiences where there's been a season, it's been a period of time. I'm going to share because Jill was so surprised about this the other day, and I didn't realize that some of you don't know I was married before. And it was for a season. We were married for 4 years. For those of you who don't know, already know this, we met, my first day of ministerial school is when we met. I come from a family that feels very comfortable debating, and he did too. So that first class, we took our debate out to the garage long after class, and partly we just developed this relationship, and we got married. And this was a marriage that was in front of a lot of people. We were at Agape, which is sort of a mega New Thought Center, thousands of people. We had the music people come in and they sang. And Reverend John Stedman and Reverend Michael Beckwith were the officiators of the wedding. My family came out from me. He goes, "This is a big old wedding." Everybody was watching this eternal love, this lifelong love, this love of God. God brought these two together. This is going to be forever. And we worked together. We worked together, went to school together, we lived together, we were married, and it was perfect. It was both a reason and a season. I was very shy, very introverted. So I went through all my classes this way. By the time I got to ministerial school, I always had opinions. Don't ever think shy people don't have opinions. A lot of them. But I would always tell him, because I felt safe. That was that safety thing. And he finally just said, "Enough. Do not tell me your opinion ever again. You only can tell the class. You need to start stepping out." And he just would not tolerate me being shy anymore. He basically and it was exactly what I needed. It was terrifying when I started speaking in the class, my opinions. And the secret reason why people are shy is because you know people don't agree with you. And you don't want to really know that. So I started telling my opinions and they didn't agree with me. It was really irritating. But what I learned was, there's different perspectives. And I didn't fall apart. I didn't die because people didn't agree with me. And we had these deep and wonderful conversations. And it made it so rich, and I grew and I grew and I grew. And I think, how have I ever done that if it hadn't been for Michael? His name's Michael Dorothy. And then he went off to Grand Junction to become a minister. He's a year ahead of me. I followed him. And I was getting clear that this call to ministry, my growth, we weren't together. The love was still there, but it wasn't going to be happening together. First of all, Spirit's amazing. The fact that he got called to Colorado, I'm realizing that this marriage isn't a lifetime. Colorado, the divorce laws are easier. Here you have like the lawyers and stuff. There we just signed a piece of paper and we were done. Like, wow, this was great. And we didn't have any. He's very emotionally mature. We did everything consciously from the moment from our very first day on. We did everything consciously, talked through everything. So it was all done very consciously. We did a visioning process. Class coming up next week, if anyone's interested. We did a visioning process for our wedding ceremony. So we started doing a visioning process for our divorce ceremony. And what came was to integrate aspects of our marriage ceremony into our divorce ceremony. So we sort of did it in reverse. And we stepped into our circle and we gave each other our rings back, crying the whole time because the love never stopped. The form changes, right? And then we had released doves at the end of our wedding, and we had these little doves that we had on our Christmas tree. So after we did our little divorce ceremony, we went for a walk and put these fake doves on trees. And then the next day I drove away. Then I was asked, When I became a pulpit minister, you need a mentor minister. I asked Michael, my husband, would you be my former husband? Would you be my mentor minister? So he was my mentor minister for the next 2 years. Came out here, started teaching ministerial school at Santa Rosa. His wife was in my class. She and I already had a wonderful connection. She's the one I hung out with the most. Jack, when he went through prep training, would see Michael for his practitioner sessions. Love just keeps growing. When we keep our heart open, and we don't say this was a failure, because the point of doing it at Hawkins is all these people, you say, well, isn't that embarrassing? No, because we knew love continues. It changes form. It wasn't a failure. It was nothing to be embarrassed by. We have reasons and seasons to be with some people, but it may not be a lifetime, but that doesn't make it any less important. Just notice in your head where you start saying someone who's in a relationship their whole life, that's a more real love relationship than someone who's in a shorter one. It's all the same. It's all God. Because when we start to recognize that divine love is in every relationship, we recognize that love knows no death. It's what I say at every memorial service. When we change forms, the body changes form when someone leaves their body. They may leave their body, but the love that exists is still as alive as it's ever been. Love knows no death. It's the same thing in form. Love changes form all the time. Your relationship with your children changes. The relationship with your siblings changes. The relationship with your parents changes. The relationship with your colleagues changes. The relationship with your friends changes. The relationship with your communities all change. That is part of life. All that change are not failures. That's what this life is. But behind it is this eternal love that is forever. This past Saturday, I went to a different Starbucks because the Starbucks that I'm at has gotten a little too social. And I really go to read and write. So I went to one where I didn't know anybody. And so there's this barista there, and it's oddly familiar. And I said, did you used to work at the Portola Starbucks like 10 years ago? And he said, yeah, I did. I said, Manny? He's like, Harriet? These relationships are eternal. And we have social media now. I lived in Cleveland, Boston, D.C., L.A., here, reconnecting with people all over the country. My best friend lives in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's eternal. Life, love knows no death. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen someone for years. It doesn't matter if I don't see anyone for the rest of my life in this body, for all of us. I know on the other side, if need be, I'm going to reconnect with them. Love is real. Think of all those moments you've had in your life where you have felt that deep and abiding love with another human being, an animal. And remember, that is the most beautiful love story that you've been a part of. And it was a success, and it was a gift. And then we start realizing we live in an abundantly good and abundantly loving universe. And that we're always living God's love story. We are living God's love story when we leave here and we have conversations with one another. That's God's love story. That's the divine love story. As you go forth into your work week this week, every person who you're working with, your colleagues, the ones that you have challenges with, as well as the ones that effortlessly flow with your family members, every one of these expressions is the divine love story. And we're all here to experience that, be conscious of it, to open our hearts to it, to celebrate it with everyone with whom we come in contact. So all week long, and especially on Valentine's Day, we know that this is a holiday that belongs for everybody. So give your gifts, give thanks to all those people who won't expect us. And I said that, Marisa started giving me gifts. And I felt uncomfortable because I felt maybe they want something from me. I wasn't used to receiving. So what I want to say is make someone comfortable. Because I'm like, oh, this is just love expressing. I had to learn how to receive. I was good at giving. I was good at hearing about their stories and supporting them. But I was incredibly uncomfortable receiving. Because I thought, now what? Putting your hand up and getting self-conscious. But I was so grateful. And I was, oh, this is the giving and receiving. It taught me how to receive. So when you give someone who doesn't expect it, and they're like, why are they giving me flowers today? Why are they giving me a little gift of gratitude, a card started a thank you note on a Valentine's Day. Do they have some romantic agenda? Yes, I'm here to love you madly. I'm madly in love with you. It's romantic love, platonic love, eros love. It's all of it because it's God's love. And there's no limit to the love that I have for you. And it's okay if it makes you a little uncomfortable, because I know my love is supporting you in becoming the fullest of who and what you're meant to be. All right. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Let's pray. In our community, we pray, we do something called the affirmative prayer. And today, for those of you who are familiar with the affirmative prayer, I'm going to do it slightly differently in honor of our divine beloved. Because even as relationships are so important to us, we really need to get comfortable with the fact that the divine beloved, this infinite invisible, is the source of all of it. And we get to practice being in relationship. Relationship is so important, relationship with this divine beloved. And so this is how we pray today. We each and every one of us know that this divine is our divine lover. This lover that has created all creation. The stars, the moon, the galaxies, the billions and billions of stars beyond your wildest imagination, all time, all space, all the multi-dimensions of time and space, that which we can't even conceive. This is the source and creation of our divine lover. Our divine lover is infinitely powerful, infinitely good, infinitely loving, infinitely intelligent, infinitely abundant, infinitely playful, infinitely free. And thank you, beloved, divine beloved, for being my life, for being all of our lives, for infusing each and every one of us with your love, with your passion, tangibly, physically, emotionally, mentally, on every level and dimension of being. We feel your love infusing us with your power, with your grace, with your passion, with your creativity, with your joy, with your peace. We are yours and you are ours. We are consumed in love, with, through, and as you, right here and right now. All that we are and ever have been and ever will be is consumed in your love. We open our hearts and our bodies and our minds and our souls. We trust you with everything that we are. We trust you with everything that we are. We trust you with everything that we are. And in that trust, we know that everything that's unfolding in our life is happening for our highest good. That we see you, we cultivate our awareness that you are in everything that's happening. And whatever needs to be healed in this situation, you are showing us. You are guiding us exactly what we need to know, the areas that we need to grow to become more and more of who and what we are. Any place where we are withholding our love for you by withholding our gifts, by withholding our talents, by withholding our skills. We now let go into you and we allow the greatest of our highest potential to be set free, to be seen by the world, to be experienced and expressed through and as each and every one of us. We let go of all the withholding. We let go of any withholding of love for any human being on this earth. We allow ourselves to be set free and to love and to love and to love and to love until there's nothing else but love. Everywhere we go, everywhere we turn. You are us and we are you. And in that we know there's nothing else but this love. We are consumed by it. We are free in it. We are expressing from it as it. We are abundantly, extravagantly abundant in every area of our life. As we know that we know that we know that your love consumes us. And we are consumed by your love for you. And in that love, there is only one. There is only one. And it is alive and activated in all of us now, all those that we love, all beings on this planet, those who have no voices, those who do not know the truth of who and what they are. We surround and fold them in your love. We know that your love is everywhere, and even those places that are the darkest and the scariest and the ugliest. We know your love is there, and we activate that consciously here and now. We love you in all forms, in all conditions, in all circumstances. There's no place where our love stops and something else begins. We are madly in love with you, and you are madly in love with us in all the world's circumstances and conditions, right here and right now. And from this awareness, from this passionate love, that healing is happening. And that healing continues to happen as us here and now. Thank you, divine beloved. Thank you, lover of our life. All-consuming, birthless and deathless, ever-present, unconditional, 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 without any limits. We are set free. sword, hallelujah. And as the sword has been spoken, it is done. In divine love, in divine grace. And we sing together now.